and this is not just us who speak about this, but this is what our consumers say, that whenever they drive these cars, people tend to look at them, what car has gone just by. Both these products are built on Omega platform, which comes from the pedigree of JLR. These cars share the platform with Land Rover Discovery, and I don't need to talk about too much about what is the capability of the car if the car comes on this Discovery platform. Both Harrier and Safari launched Cryotech 2-liter diesel engine with some 170 PS power. Not just in terms of showing the capability with the platform and with the engine, it also has exciting terrain modes and drive modes to take on any terrain that the driver wants to take these products. Let's go through some of the feature enhancements that we have done in Harrier and Safari. The first and foremost, I think the size of infotainment screen matters, and we all know when we buy the mobile phones as well. So we are upgrading the infotainment system to 10.25-inch new generation Harman infotainment system, and this is not just a regular Harman infotainment system, it's a brand new system which comes with a new premium user interface. The user interface is completely new and designed with the purpose of making the drives and making the controls very smoother. The screen response is extremely fast, and also we have introduced customizable widgets in it so that you can personalize the screen as per your need, as per your taste, because different consumers love different screens, and which is why we have given this option of making the screens customizable. This infotainment system comes with Android Auto as well as Apple CarPlay over Wi-Fi, so that you don't need to deal with wires, etc. while you are driving. Also, to make sure that you always focus on the road and enjoy the drive, we are introducing 200 plus voice commands in 6 Indian languages, so that you don't focus on tuning the controls of infotainment, but you enjoy the drive and you use your voice to change the settings of the infotainment system. The second and the bigger element in any car, especially an SUV, is the seating comfort. We spend so much time in car these days because of traffic, because of various reasons. It is literally the second home, and that's why the comfort in the car is extremely important. While these cars offer great comfort, we have gone to the next level by further upgrading the seating comfort. We are offering ventilation not in the front row, but also in the second row in Safari. We have introduced comfort headrest in the second row of seats in Safari, which will give you a business class kind of feeling. Both the driver as well as co-driver seats are now powered with the 6-way powered mechanism. The driver seat now comes with memory function and with 3 memory settings. So the car knows what position, what driving position you love, and you can just press the memory button 1, 2 or 3 depending on what is your preference, and the driver seat will automatically adjust to your settings. So you don't need to readjust the seat again and again while you are entering the car. We are introducing one more interesting feature in Safari, which is the electric boss mode. So when you are sitting on the second row seat and you want more legroom, what you normally do is you ask the driver or the co-driver to push further the co-driver seat so that you can have a better legroom. With Safari now you don't need to ask, you just push the boss mode button and the co-driver seat will further move away from the second row to give you a bigger and an enhanced legroom. The third important feature upgrade is the introduction of 360-degree surround view system. This is a high resolution HD camera which gives you feed of all around the car, whatever is the environment, whatever is the ambience and the obstacles around the car. It has very interesting algorithm in terms of it stitches the view that the camera has from the left side of the car as well as the right side of the car, just like our human eye. When we see, both the eyes see different perspective, but the brain stitches it together and gives you a complete view. Similarly, we have used this analogy and put it in our 360-degree surround view system to give a holistic feeling, holistic view of what is there around your car so that you focus on road and you drive safely. It also has a live camera feed while you are driving, so you can see what is there behind you or what is there ahead of you from the camera angle as well. I talked about safety being a very important element in our cars, and all our cars flaunt highest level of safety. Now with the introduction of ADAS, we are going to take it to the next level. So what is the difference between the safety that we have offered till now and what happens with the introduction of ADAS? With all the safety features that we have introduced in the market in terms of airbags, in terms of crumple zones, in terms of ABS and ESP, all these things, we have tried to make sure that if the accidents happen, then the damage or the injury level to the occupant should be very minimal. But then for Harrier and Safari, when we were thinking about this new forever range, we questioned this, that why should accidents happen? Why not prevent the accidents as far as possible? And if in an unfortunate situation, it is not possible to prevent accidents, then we focus on reducing the impact of collision. And that's what ADAS does. ADAS is an advanced and an intuitive technology which helps in preventing collisions. And if it is unavoidable, then it reduces the impact. There are 10 important features within the ADAS bucket, and the features are listed here on the slide. I'll not go through each and every feature. You can go through this, but I'll pick some of the key features which I thought is very interesting and which will give you a flavor of the kind of technology we are introducing in our flagship products. For example, I club autonomous emergency brake and the forward collision warning. Many times when we are driving on the road, because of various reasons, there are always distractions in driving. It could be because of fatigue or stress while you are driving, or you are thinking of something else while you are driving, or maybe you are just trying to adjust the music system, or you are talking to your friends on the co-driver seat or family on the rear seat. There are a lot of distractions which can happen. And it takes a fraction of a second to convert this distraction into accidents. Nobody wants to have accidents in their car, but it happens because of various reasons. And that's where the power of ADAS comes in. Vehicle continuously monitors your driving behavior as well as the surrounding of the car. And it keeps on calculating the potential risk that this driving behavior is giving. In case the vehicle feels that there is a probability of collision, it gives warning and alerts to the driver that you should either reduce the speed of your car or you should apply brakes. In case the car feels that the response from the driver is inadequate, the car takes the control and applies the brake automatically to make sure that the accidents are prevented. So this is a very useful feature, especially for a market like India, where a lot of people, they don't have formal education on driving and there is a lot of crisscross traffic. The power of our ADAS is not just in terms of identifying the cars or the trucks on the road, but it also identifies cyclists and pedestrians as well. So in case somebody just runs across your vehicle, the car identifies it and helps you in preventing collisions. Similarly, rear cross traffic alert. For example, many times when we are reversing or doing parking, because of various reasons, there are always blind spots or distractions due to which sometimes we don't see things that a vehicle is crossing our car from behind, and this can lead to severe accidents. This is where ADAS rear cross traffic alert comes into play. It again monitors the surrounding of the car and it alerts you that there is a car coming behind you and you should not reverse it or you should apply the brakes immediately. There is one more interesting feature which is again inspired from Indian driving conditions and Indian behavior, which is door open alert. See, many times when we are driving with friends, families, and normally you see either the family or the kids are sitting on the rear seat. And the moment we stop the car, the first tendency of the kids is to get out of the car, without realizing that there could be a car coming from behind and opening the door can lead to an accident. To avoid this situation, we have introduced door alert system in this ADAS, which helps you in detecting that there is a car coming from behind and you should not open the door right now. So it immediately gives you alert that the door should not be opened the moment somebody tries to open the door. Similarly, I can talk about a lot of these interesting features, but I thought a video will do a better job in terms of explaining what is the benefit of these features and how it functions. So let's see the first video on autonomous emergency braking. Like you saw here, the moment car detects that an accident is going to happen, it applies the brake. First it alerts the driver and then it applies the brake. Similarly, let's see one more video on rear cross traffic alert to understand it better. You saw this is a very regular situation. This can happen every now and then, and that's what is the power of ADAS. See, we know there are a lot of consumers who are very tech savvy. They want to understand technology. They go into nitty-gritties of technology. Even for ADAS, when we introduced ADAS very recently, there were a lot of people who were interested in knowing this technology. Where have you fit in radar? Where have you fit in sensors, cameras, etc. And these are sort of like technical minds who go into every minute detail of technology. So it's very easy to explain it to them. What is ADAS technology? What is the benefit and how is it going to help you? But there is an equal large section of society who is not tech savvy, who is not interested in knowing where you have done what in terms of sensors, cameras, radars. But what they are interested in knowing is what is the benefit of this technology? How can this technology make my life better? How can it make my driving safer? And also, there is again a third set of consumers for whom giving the message or explaining the safety becomes difficult. And that's why we thought that we'll make something which is like a slice of a life situation, what happens in every day, and then we correlate this with the ADAS. In every now and then, even in our real life also, there are situations which are sort of like I can say accidents or mini accidents, and same things can happen on road also. So we have created some interesting videos which will help in understanding the importance of ADAS as well as what ADAS can do in terms of avoiding this. So let's see what ADAS can do in terms of some of these features. Let's see the forward collision system. I think with this kind of content, I'm very hopeful that we should be able to explain to our consumers what can happen in real life, and if these things can happen in every now and then, same things can happen on road as well as. So drive safely. Let's see one more video in terms of traffic sign recognition. India is a country where the compliance to traffic rules is extremely low, and that's where one of the interesting feature of traffic sign recognition comes in. So while you may or may not read the traffic signs, for example, speed limits, etc., the car will. And the car will help you in terms of complying to traffic rules, complying to speed limits. So it helps you in becoming a better citizen, and it helps you in becoming a better driver. Same like a situation in real life where sometimes we don't read things which are supposed to be, and then we end up in a situation where we should not be. Let's see one more video which merges these life situations with the ADAS. I wish this situation does not happen with any one of us, because ADAS is not made for human beings, it is made only for cars. Like I said earlier, we introduced Dark Edition range in 2021, and since then we have got phenomenal response on Dark Edition. Almost 50% of the sales of Harrier and Safari comes from Dark Edition. This is a different consumer. For him, black is not a color. Black is an attitude. He loves power. This customer, the Dark Edition customer, he loves power. But power not in raw form. Power in sophistication form. He's very confident, assertive, but subtle. He doesn't like to flaunt or show off because he knows he has power, he has that dominating power, but no point in showing off. But there is another set of customers for whom going unnoticed isn't an option. He loves to flaunt. He likes to show off. His style statement is not understated. It is definitely overstated. And his expression of power is very different from the first set of consumers that I explained. So he's a different consumer who likes to show off in every way. And what he introduced, he always wore a bright red tie for all his press conferences, and that shows the character he was. Similarly, for these set of consumers, the loud is not so loud. There's nothing called loud in their mind. So they always seek attention in whatever small things that they are doing. They are very extrovert people and people with very charming and magnetic personality. And that's why they love this combination of black color, which is power, with subtle enhancements from red color. And that's where the new Red Dark Edition comes into play. We have taken all the ingredients of dark range, which gives it a feeling of power. And we have added the red accents, which gives it other dimensions what I spoke about. The new Red Dark range enhances on aesthetics with red accents. It has distinct red elements, not just on exteriors, but also on interiors. It has plush red interiors, which gives a very sporty feel. And also we have added a lot of premium features, which I spoke about a while back, and also the ADAS. These are some of the elements on the exteriors, which has a good combination of dark as well as red accents. For example, on the alloy wheels, on the calipers, on the grille, and also a different Red Dark Edition branding. Similarly, on the interiors, it has a plush new leatherette red color interiors with interesting elements inside the car. For example, like in terms of mood lighting, it has red color. And similarly, on the sunroof also, you will see a very elegant red mood light on the sunroof, which gives a very different and a premium feel to the entire car. Without further ado, it's time to introduce and launch the Red Dark Edition range of cars in Nexon, Harrier and Safari, and what we call as Red Hot Dark.
But this bad boy ain't leaving without a fight. stop it, red street light. This bad boy ain't leaving without a fight.